Fly by night, dragon nature, unleash.
Coming through.
Our victory was written in the stars.
I'm under attack!
Was it really that bad?
I kill my enemies first.
Show them the chill of home.
Let me shatter that mind for you.
Kia ora, good evening and welcome along to the first week of semi-finals for the LPL Pro Dota 2 ANZ Championship. I'm Smite, we've got Daredevil Dan back again, mate. We're finally here, we're finally in the playoffs.
We're finally through the league, finally to the big best of threes. I'm ready for a great night of Dota 2. How about you?
Oh man, I am absolutely stoked, and I think the big thing you mentioned, best of threes. We're finally out of the best of ones, and we get to see what the teams are truly made of. Speaking of teams, let's take a look at who you're going to be seeing over the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, so as you can see, we've got Athletico going up against Zen9, and then obviously Shutdown Esports Club against Flashpoint Gaming ex-Blue Cats.
Yeah, so these 4 teams, they've made it all the way to the playoffs by locking in their spots after the round robin stage. So these guys have worked hard over the last 5 weeks to make it here to the playoffs. And now, like we said before, they're going to be entering a best of 3 territory, and that's going to be where the best teams are really going to rise to the top.
Well, exactly. That's the thing with the difference between best of 3s and best of 1s, right? There's you can't cheese through a best of 3. You have to, generally you have to be the better team to take a full series.
Yep, and all averages out in the end. And so, of course, speaking of the first match, of course, Athletico and Zen9. This is going to be a pretty massive one, I think, but it's of course the first seed versus the 4th seed, with next week being 2nd versus 3rd. So this one, on paper, looks like it could be a little more one-sided.
Yeah, on paper you'd expect first to crush Zen9, but in saying that, Zen9 could come up with something here.
All right, well, let's take a look at the teams that also did not make it over the last 5 weeks. Your top 4 teams, as we've already seen, although below them, unfortunately not making it to the playoffs, will be Darksided and AGN, who unfortunately just could not make it to the top 4, and Zen9 actually only just making it in through a tiebreaker.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? The biggest surprise here is the 5th place Darksided. I don't think anyone saw this coming. From their past results, they've looked hot for the last few months, and then not making this top 4 is shocking almost. But I think to do with that as well is the fact that Shutdown have come in and just crushed much more than I would have expected, and Flashpoint have really shown up as well. Zen9 obviously just creeping through there, and then we don't need to beat a dead horse with AGN. We don't need to talk about that. It was rough. It was rough.
Yeah, some shining moments, but unfortunately not consistent enough. But let's bring it back to tonight's semi-final match. It is the 1st seed taking on the 4th seed. Look, it's going to be a pretty crazy one. It's Athletico taking on Zen9. And again, like we said before, on paper, should be Athletico.
But you never judge that with these games. Atletico have been the top of ANZ Dota for basically a year, I would say, if not slightly more. So everyone expects them to win this tournament. If they lose this game, it's going to be a massive upset.
All right, well, let's take a look at the team lineups as well and kind of get a grip on why we're really pegging Athletico as one of the top teams here to take it out. It's going to be Fury as the support and the captain, Splicko as the carry, Zemistry, happy birthday Zemistry by the way, in the mid, Tekor is the offlane, and Andros as your roaming support.
Yeah, that's the thing. This team has stuck together for quite a while. Andros obviously coming in new, replacing Friffles, who's stepped back and is the coach of this team now as well. I'm always impressed by how they play. As I've repeated week after week, I hate trying to cast their drafts because you generally have no idea what's going on until right at the end.
And if we have no idea what's going on,
that's how Fury works. They're comfortable in playing different heroes that you wouldn't see a lot. But this is basically just 5 replays of them winning. And that's what you want in your replay line. You want 5 games of winning.
And it kind of says something about the team as well when we were comparing all the teams below them on how well they did against Athletico in their round robin match.
Yeah. I mean, you can just go how good are the other teams by how they played against Athletico. But there was one game, obviously, where they had a sub, which was, I believe, this one.
Yep, it was this one. Because it was the battle for first.
Yeah, and this was the big sort of change in it, where they went, okay, they don't have Splicko because of his injury, but they're still good enough to beat the second seed.
And now Splicko's back.
Yeah, he's better than ever. I mean, he's all healed up post-surgery. And it's just impressive to see that they could do that without him as well, which arguably he's their star player. But then again, all these players really do have their own games to shine. You can never discount any of them, really, especially like when Splicko doesn't do too well, you just see the off-lane crushing because they've kind of changed it over. Or Zem will just go crazy, and the supports are always doing like exactly what they need to do. But a lot of that comes back to Fury and how he controls this team as well, I think.
And then, of course, to round things out, Athletico taking a pretty solid win over Darksided. And, of course, they already had first place pretty much on a lockdown, but it was a statement to make, I think. And that was really what they were looking to do in the final week of the round robin there.
Yeah, for sure. But taking a look at the next team, it's going to be Zen9 going up against the guys. And who's on this?
Well, of course, we've got Baller as your carry, EJ in the mid lane, Riz on the off lane, Shaitan is the support, and rounding things off is going to be Roger Dodger as the support and the captain.
Yeah, I mean, looking at this team, you see an all-star lineup. All of these guys have played in the Australian scene for a long time, and seeing them together is nice. Riz, obviously, I don't think he's played with these guys as much as everyone else. Roger as well, a little bit newer into this lineup. But the other three have played on Zen9 or N9, even before that when Shaitan and Baller were together on like Hans Reborn, and I'm just showing that I've been watching ANZ DOTA too long now.
Yeah, okay, Grandad, that's all right.
It's all right.
But of course, I mean, going all the way back to week one, it was Zen9, or back then Natural 9, opening up the week of the whole season, taking out a win against Darksider, which I think really set the tone for their journey through the rest of the season.
Yeah, it did. I mean, beating Darksider was definitely a big thing for week one. Because you are looking at it, we're like, okay, Darksided have been doing great in other tournaments. They should be fine here. But then, as the weeks sort of progress, you're like, what's happened to Darksided? But I mean, I imagine this team's going to kick back into it after this tournament, go into the next one and just brand new. I mean, I know Darksided as well played in the TI qualifiers as well as Athletico. I don't know if any of the other teams did. But as we see Zen9 losing the shutdown, I mean, this was a rough game. It was close for a while, but the thing is with Zen9 is they just relied on these big cooldowns, and if you missed them, that was it.
So a little bit binary, perhaps, you know? Either you win a lot or you lose a lot.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, when you've got sort of ultimates on 180 cooldowns, high cooldowns, things like that, if you're not absolutely crushing those fights and getting objectives afterwards, it's gonna look rough. Because they just go, okay, we lost the fight, reset, we can fight sooner than you, and you can't do anything from there. They've got nothing to do.
All right, so we're going to come into tonight's match, and you know, Athletico, Zen9. I mean, I think I know the answer, but let's go ahead. What's your prediction for tonight?
It's 2-0 Athletico.
2-0 Athletico.
Yeah.
Is there a world where Zen9 can not only take a game off Athletico, but maybe take the series too?
I believe they can take a game. Maybe if they play perfectly and Athletico make mistakes. I think if both of these teams play to the best of their abilities, Athletico work 2-0.
2-0. Well, look, I honestly cannot argue with that. There's a lot of sound logic there. But Dan, let's get into it. Let's get into our first semi-final match of the entire season.
That's it, and as we have a look, we've got Athletico going against Zen9 here. Bands pretty far through them. We'll just take a quick look. Pango, Razor, Shadow Shaman banned out by Athletico first phase, along with Sand King, Spirit Breaker, and Oracle. Spirit Breaker, a newer kind of hero back into the meta, saw a lot of play in Epicenter as well. And something Athletico are very comfortable picking. So not too surprising there, but they do give Fury his Chen, which is arguably his best hero.
And that's interesting as well because we've just had a patch come out. Chen had his numbers just tweaked a little bit. It's just a few number nerfs on his ultimate. So it's saying something that Athletico is still very confident, not just picking it, but just first picking it straight up.
Basically, Fury always gets first pick, and he's usually triple banned. He wasn't triple banned this game because Tackle's usually their Sand King, but he is the Oracle player, and I believe he's the Spirit Breaker player. Probably if they play it as a 5, he is. And then Z9 having the AA Axe and Crystal Maiden. So this is new. Like this is something that last week would have looked extremely strange, but obviously having a patch, things get tweaked. AA had been picked up a little bit. Crystal Maiden got buffed like a tiny bit. I can't remember what changed to Axe, if anything, but maybe Z9 are trying something different. And the Ursa, I like on Athletico, you've got that insta-kill kind of ability, and the Tusk as well. Something to initiate with, you get that snowball and you block them off, everything's going to be a great time. And Lone Druid picked up by Z9. This is a really different draft for the Z9 boys. This is very interesting.
And is this maybe something that Z9 have to do when they're coming up against Athletico? Remember, we keep talking about Athletico being the favourites.
I think you play two ways against them. You play what you're very, very comfortable with, or something that you've practiced and they won't see coming. It's a completely different draft, so they don't know what you're going to do with it. Lone Druid I haven't seen played in forever. Like, I'm not sure, maybe I missed some games he was played in the major, I don't know. But it's weird. it's weird to me. I don't know if it's weird to everybody else, but that's fine.
Well, he's back.
He's back. You got the big red man and the Lone Druid coming out. Maybe they've just been playing heaps of Underlords.
Maybe,
and
maybe.
Lone Druid's just like OP.
Well, I mean, it's pretty addicting, that game, I'm not going to lie.
It is. I've been playing too much.
Yeah.
Well, I've been really sick, and I can't play Dota when I'm sick.
Yeah, you've got a bit of an excuse.
Yeah, I've got an excuse. I was in bed for like 3 days.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to play games when you're sick, you know? I literally like drank green tea, smashed Pringles, and played Underlords. That was it. It was a great time. But when Ranger going to be picked up for Athletico, I would say likely going to be Zem's hero going in the mid lane. I don't think Splicko plays it.
All right,
I haven't seen him play it before.
Does Zen9 perhaps look for something to lock down this Wind Ranger? Because it's got a pretty beefy lineup, this support from Chen. It could pop off.
I mean, that's the thing. So the Axe Call is going to be really nice against the Chen army and catching the Wind Ranger as well if you're going to the back lines. Your Axe has got a lot to do this game. He needs to get into the middle of Athletico, but you've got a Tusk there. So if he blinks in and is too slow on that call, you're going to get snowballed and you're going to waste it. And any of the support players on Athletico playing this Tusk are fast enough to do that. So you could see Book plays coming out from snowball dodges, but it all depends on how they run it. Venomancer are being banned out by Z9, something that Tekkel's played before. I think last time we saw him, it was like the most depressing first 8 minutes of a game of his entire life, like 3 last hits or something.
Yeah, it was pretty upsetting.
It was real rough, but then all of a sudden he got a mech 2 minutes later because they won a huge team fight and he got 2,000 gold. They still lost. No, they won that game. What am I talking about?
Okay, so it's going to be Lena banned out as the final one for Athletico here. Anything to say on that one?
It's a solid mid. It's got high nuke. You can take out the Chen. You can take out the Wind Ranger very easily as well. It's also good because you get the pure damage later on against the Ursa. You can kind of clear him out pretty easily. It's been a sort of hot pick as well. Like we saw Superstar Sub Rin play it a lot in support, and then Oz teams kind of started going, oh, you can play later in support. But generally it's a mid. You know, you can push out lanes very easily. You farm very fast, and your DPS is insane. Early, mid, late game. Like that hero always does good damage, unless you don't get farm. Then it's just mid game because it's all spell based anyway. All
right, and now so both teams on their final picks, all the bans have been going out. What are they looking for to round out each team?
I think Athletico are looking for an offlaner, unless they run an aggressive tri-lane with the Wind Ranger Tusk Chen, which you could see. So they could be thinking about a solo safe for Tekkel as well. Or Tekkel could play the Wind Ranger. It's not really, it doesn't feel like a Tekkel hero though. It's not up in your face, just run at the enemies, kill people hero.
It's kind of the opposite of that.
Yeah, which is kind of Tech's, thing he does. The Darkseer is banned out against him, so not going to be picking that up. Still has a Centaur. It's going to go for the Enigma. So something we've seen him play quite a bit as well. I don't think he's played it much in this tournament.
I think this is, I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is the first Enigma we've seen. I don't think we've seen
not
one
the first altogether. We've seen it once, but I can't remember if it was.
It's always once.
Yeah, once. I got the memory, man. Yeah, I got the memory. It's because I'm the younger one here. That's why.
Yeah. So your memory is still intact. Your brain still works.
Yeah. I mean, the cold doesn't help the memory, but it's there. It's there.
The Pringles do.
The Pringles always help, mate. Come on now. That's what we're here for, really.
All right. So that's what Athletico are rounding things out with. What are Zen9 looking to pick up here?
It all depends where they want to run this lone druid. Like, they can run it mid, they can run it safe lane, they can run it aggressively, or even in the off lane. So they're kind of open to pick what they want. It's likely going to be a mid with an axe off lane lone druid safe. But then again, I don't know if Baller plays lone druid. I don't know who plays lone druid on that team.
That's how much you haven't seen him.
Yeah, I haven't seen this hero for ages. I haven't been watching Baller's stream much either because I've been like dying. So they're going to
Playing Underlords instead.
Now select your
Play
heroes.
Underlords instead. That's it. But they're going to round it out with the Queen of Pain. So it'll be, it's surprising to see. So Shatan's going to be on the Crystal Maiden, Riz on the Axe, Roger Dodger playing the AA. Yeah. So it is Baller on the Lone Druid, which I haven't seen in ages. I don't even remember the last time I saw him play the hero, so I'm excited to see what he can do.
All right, so new things already coming out here in the first match of the semi-finals for the playoffs here. It's going to be Athletico taking on Zen 9. And again, now that we've actually seen the drafts coming out, I've got one more question. Is your prediction going to change? Do you think Zen 9 have what it takes to win this game?
I mean, I don't know what their goal is with this lineup because Lone Druid's really good at pushing. Axe is great at fighting, or the no axe, the fisticuffs axe. Weirdest cosmetic ever. He just like punches you now.
It's unique.
It's very unique. But you can kind of see what Athletico's goal is. They're going to go for early pickups with the Chanessa. The Tusk is there to save against the calls especially. It's going to be very useful for that. And they've got the fear of a black hole. They don't even, I think the biggest strength of having Enigma is not casting the black hole. It's just the fact that you have it and they can't group up effectively. Like, they can never stand up on each other. It's so hard to avoid. It's hard, man. It's really hard. But as we see, we're going to get the visuals coming in. Look at this production value.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it, as it is the first match of the semi-finals here. Athletico taking on Zen 9. Best of 3. First team to take 2 matches tonight will go on to the grand finals in 2 weeks' time here in beautiful Auckland City.
It is pretty beautiful, even with the rain.
Yeah, even
but
with
they've got the snow globe outside the Sky Tower again.
I love it when they bring that thing out.
That thing's great. I mean, if you are coming to the finals, you definitely have to check it out. You can go stand in like a giant snow globe and it snows in. Yeah, it's pretty dope.
Because there's going to be a bunch of Australians here as well for the finals.
Yeah, we'll just throw them all in there and they can just be cold. They can feel the pain. But as we have a look now, we're going to see Athletico going pretty aggressively into the Zen 9 jungle. They're going to try and secure the aggressive rune, but as you see on the flip side, Zen 9 are doing the same thing to them on the same side of the map.
So we're going to end up with a trade.
It could get spicy, man. Like, neither of these teams want to give this away, but when you've got an axe sitting there with an AACM, that hill is so scary, and they have a ward. Zen 9 are waiting. They're waiting for them to come up. They're going to get slowed up. First nuke's going to come out. Riz is going to be there on top of the rune as well. They do manage to take it onto the Crystal Maiden. Andros going to try and do what he can. The power shot's going to come through. They're going to get the first blood onto Riz. Andros going to get out. No, he cannot. Shatan, though, might have thrown his life away for that one. It's going to be a 2-for-1 trade going the way of Athletico. They're going to be very happy, honestly, with that trade. They got more runes as well. That's the dream.
What a disastrous start there for Zen 9. I mean, they managed to pick up 1 kill, which is a bit of a consolation prize, but you don't want to be handing those kills over to Athletico in the very first moments of this best of 3.
Yeah, it's not a great way to start off, as you can see by the net width. Like, it's a little bit different. It doesn't really matter that much. I'm interested to see how Baller plays this lane, and you see Andros. He's going straight in. The damage from the E on him is ridiculous. Like, just the early opening of Tusk is so dangerous to play against, as you see on Baller. He's got no health left. Bottom lane, Splicko, Fury, going to be teaming up there. Nothing too strange. But they are running an aggressive tri lane on the side of Zen 9, which historically has not gone that well for them. So I'm very curious to see how it does go. Fury taking a lot of damage bottom lane.
He's waiting for the regen from the Tango there as well.
He's the Fairy Fire there to be really safe. But you've got Baller in the solid safe lane. He's going to try and farm his little heart out. And Riz in this aggressive tri lane as the Axe, which still looks so weird, that cosmetic. He punches things. His name is Axe, and he has no axe. Really messing with the lore here for New Fans.
Yeah, that's what we're going to keep intact, the lore.
Yeah, Dota lore's important.
I think Skin's kind of, the point of them is you throw the lore sort of out the window.
See,
or you
they never used to. They never used to. They were very like, you can't go against the hero's natural look and change the colour scheme, and then you have a Boom Dragon Knight.
Yeah, and now we're in 2019 and Axe has no axe.
Axe has no axe. 2019, everybody, welcome to the game. But Tekkel's going to be farming this top lane as the Enigma. You're going to see Andros supporting him against Baller. I'm not sure how well Baller's going to go. As you can see, he's 3 for 0, Tek's 6 for 5. The deniers are rough. I mean, when you've got the Eidolons early on in the game, the damage output just on one unit is extremely high. So it's hard to farm against it. But as Lone Druid levels up, he's going to get that bear higher levels. It's going to just be able to run after those Eidolons. So Tek's going to have to be very careful, but he can always move to the jungle and give Andros some XP in that lane, but you will start giving the Lone Druid farm doing that. So you've got to sort of run the risk versus reward. How much do you want to let the Baller get while being greedier on the experience sort of farm?
Already a pretty massive start for the Wind Ranger in the mid lane, but yeah, bit of action. Maybe not down in the bottom lane.
I think until Axe manages to find someone out of position in this lane, they're going to struggle to do a whole lot. Ursa's still farming fine. Axe is pretty much the same as well. Mid, as you said, Wind Ranger doing a little bit better than Queen of Pain. Not that surprised. Baller's Bear's taking a lot of damage here too.
Hanging out under the tower, that will do a lot of damage to you.
Yeah. Plus Eidolons, it's a rough time.
It's all there.
Tag team, it's bad. It's a bad time. But yeah, I think Athletico are playing a little bit greedier than they normally would. Like, you haven't seen the Chen rotate into any other lanes yet. He's been farming, keeping Splicko safe. He does have the Golem creep from what I saw, so he's got that range stunt available to him if they want to go for something. It looks like he's wrapping around bottom lane too. Chen wants to go in there. If we take a look down, yeah, they're going to find AA in the tree. Splicko taking a lot of damage though. He's got to be careful. Riz is going to be going for him. Meanwhile, on the other end, Fury going to go the other way. Looks like Splick should be fine. Oh. And yeah. So Tek will get to kill top while all of this is happening on Shaitan. So Shaitan rotated top and then died. So not fantastic.
Yeah, not a good start, especially when you're the one initiating it. So they're just going to have to come back in here and try and weather the storm, to be honest.
I think they were just trying to move it into a 2-1-2 kind of situation because they weren't getting kills bottom lane. There wasn't really much they were getting out of it. You can't sacrifice that much experience without getting kills and without being higher on the CS. Like, if you're sacrificing that, you need to be out farming the Ursa, and the Ursa and the Axe are basically the same. It's so important when you're on a tri-lane to be winning that lane. And Splicko going to get himself a kill in the bottom lane as well. So they're going to kill the AA. The supports are very squishy. Andros rotating down as well. So it's likely they just went too deep and weren't able to get anything out of that one. Okay, I've never actually seen this cosmetic in action on Riz.
That's great.
And the spin looks so dumb. It's awesome. I love it.
So dumb that it's good.
Yeah, that's kind of like me, you know. that's what I'm claiming right now. Oh, Queen of Pain's going to be blinking it onto Andros here. The Shadow Strike's going to be there as well, and that's just going to be an easy pickup. They're going to secure both the bottom rooms for that as well. Top lane, they look to be fighting over them.
Yeah,
they'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Everything seems fine. All right, but getting that kill on the bottom side of the map, though, pretty great for Zen9. That's how you come back into the map.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, that's it. The gold is basically the same. Like, you look at the last hits, 25 to 22, everyone's even. Like, the top 4 are basically the same. The Queen of Pain's a little bit behind, the Lone Druid's a little bit behind. Nothing too much. So I think the laning phase is coming out pretty much even at this point. Other than maybe experience because they're running a tri-lane for a little bit. But they are killing Wild Wing Rippers that the Chen's trying to abuse. Split needs to be careful here. You gotta respect this axe a little bit, man.
Yeah, he punches hard.
I mean, Andros is rotating in as well. He's going to be snowballing in onto Riz now. And with the nukes coming out, I mean, Splicko's hitting damn hard. Does use that call for the extra armor, but not going to save him. And Chen rotating in as well for that kill. Meanwhile, they are going to get another kill on Shaitan top at the same time.
This is really starting to swing things a little more in Atletico's favor. Like you said, the goal difference isn't too huge, but I feel like we both know which team is probably going to come out on top when it gets to the late game stage, moving across the map or the macro plays. Athletico has consistently been pretty much top dog in that sense.
Yeah, Athletico have come out even, or if not on top of every laning stage. The mid games sometimes where they falter, but late game they always seem pretty solid on their decision making. Zen9 as well though, they've got so much experience in this team, you can't count them out on late game decision making. Like they just need to make sure they're playing as a unit and kind of abusing the fact that they have a lone druid and really trying to get those towers down while he's split pushing with the extra damage that Bear's going to do for bottom lane, where he's going to get rolled on. He's going to get that call off. Fury now going to be rotating in. He's going to be moving that creep further. The stun's going to come off, but Queen of Pain rotating in. They will be able to take down 2 at least. They will get the Ursa as well. Axe does fall in the end, but a 2-for-1 so far. If they can get more out of this, because obviously the Queen of Pain, EJ had to come into this one. They want more, because the Wind Ranger's pushing mid for this.
They're hesitant though.
Yeah, diving that tower is really dangerous. They do get a lot of pressure on the mid lane though, because Wind Ranger didn't have to go anywhere.
And just more free farm for the Wind Ranger as well to continue to get that net worth higher and higher, as he's been sitting pretty high up in the table.
They do have basically the same net worth right now because Queen of Pain going into 2 kills. So end of the day, that's if you're rotating and getting kills, it's fine. But as soon as you start moving out of the mid lane and things don't work out, then you start to worry. Like only 100 gold difference, you're all good with that.
Yeah, and Zen9 not managing to pick up pretty much anything from the kills, just getting a bit of gold, bit of XP.
At this stage of the game, like they're not going to be converting this into towers. They don't have that earlier lineup. Shaitan going to be in a bit of trouble here. He's going to get the freeze off onto the golem though after he gets the stun. So a little bit of damage done. Shaitan just wants to play with him here. He doesn't want to let him get free stuff, but the golems there, you've got to respect the damage they can do. But obviously Shaitan just trying to farm up those creeps with the nuke from him doing extra damage to creeps. Now Splicker, he wants to run in. He is going to be slowed up. This is a lot of commitment from this Ursa.
And they don't get it.
You are wasting time here, unfortunately. Now Fury going to be in a lot of trouble. Is going to be slowed down by EJ. Power shot to come through. Does miss the wickets on everyone. EJ just going to be moving up into that one and get himself a free kill. And he's still farming. Athletico making some very simple mistakes here. I don't know why they went so far for that 1 kill.
Yeah, it was quite interesting, but it looked like they were very confident in thinking they could get it.
Yeah.
So they committed a lot.
I mean, that's the Athletico playstyle.
Confidence.
Confidence is key, ladies and gentlemen, always.
Unless
Every
it gets
aspect
you
of life.
gets you
Unless
killed
it
and you
gets
miss
you
out your kill.
Yeah, well. Nah, you still gotta be confident. You've gotta, and Dota, you have to commit to the plays that you're going to make. It's one of those things where if you half-heartedly do anything in Dota, it's probably not gonna work. If you go in and agree as a team that you're going to do something, even if it doesn't work, it was better than not knowing what to do. It's one of those kind of weird things where even though it was the wrong play, it was still a good idea.
Better to make the decision as a team.
Yeah, rather than just kind of not doing anything. Like, you see some teams where you go, okay, it's 25 minutes, but they're kind of just not sure what to do, so they do everything. And that's how you lose games, especially at this sort of level. That's how you lose the game.
And we'll see if Athletico can come back with that confidence.
This is still the top farm, though. Like, Splico's still getting money, man.
I think you can be pretty happy with that. If Splico is still getting money,
yeah, you're good.
I think they're stoked.
Yeah, you're fine. No, the Ursa isn't... I mean, the Ursa can't win this game on his own. You're going to rely on tackle getting good black holes. You're going to rely on this Chen doing work as well as the snowball. Like, it's everyone needs to play on fire. Bottom. You're going to see them going onto the axe here. Could be in a little bit of trouble. He's going to go down. Splico and Andros just getting a nice easy kill there. No problems at all.
And it's interesting because it's like Zen9 are making the decisions that, oh, hang on.
Oh, mid lane, yeah, they are going to find Zemistry here. The ulti's going to be there for Queen of Pain, just catches him out, and they will get a kill. As soon as that happens, Wind Ranger picks the high ground too, about thinking there's a ward there.
And it kind of ties into what I was just about to say, as we may even get another fight here, maybe? No. So it's Zen9 are making these decisions that end up getting them kills, getting them good positions. But Athletico are just punishing Zen9's mistakes, so that's the difference I'm already seeing in both of these teams.
Yeah, that's the thing, right? That's going to happen. You're going to punish the opponent's mistakes. That's kind of what these games come down to. Any mistake can lose you the game. But it's not, it's almost like a game of mistakes at this point. Shaitan getting very low mid. Zem, again. Zem is struggling here. Like, his farm's okay. Oh, AA, but if that clips him, he's going to die. EJ just blinks and screams, and that's an easy kill.
I mean, is there a reason he wouldn't move out of the way there?
I can't see the AA blast.
Right, of course.
Yeah, he doesn't know it's coming, man. Oh, Baller might be losing his bear. No, he's okay. He's all right.
The bear lives.
It's a lot of money. Like, that's the thing. Killing that bear is really useful, but they're going to be moving into mid lane now, and he's going to resummon it. So they want to push this tower, so he's going to get it back onto full health, get that spell on cooldown nice and early. there's like the risk versus reward, right? He could have gone forwards with a low health bag, used it, then it died, then resummoned, but the cooldown would be later. But meanwhile, Athletico, they're going to trade it out. They say, okay, we'll lose our mid tower, but we will still get something in return. So they're not going to try and defend when they know they can't. Ultimately,
He should be okay. Yeah, he's a quick little boy.
He's an Ursa, mate. He's just a big fuzzy wuzzy pet. Like, what are you going to do?
Apparently just run after him and not quite catch him out. But it's a tower trade, right? So I think you can be happy as Zen9 taking the mid tower rather than the top lane tower.
Yeah, I mean, mid tower's better. It always is. Okay, Tackle's actually gone for a really early Blink Dagger. Okay, I'm impressed. Oh, bottom though. Andros going to get gone on. Black Hole comes out from Tech though. He's going to take a lot of damage for using this. Specco going to be moving in now. They will take down the extra. Chandler's going to be there. Enigma still alive. Finally going down. The Wolf's Punch going to be used on the back end on Shaitan, but the nuke from the AA will take him down. It's going to be 1 for 2 so far. They will kill this Crystal Maiden eventually though. They want to turn this into more. Maybe they can. Zemistry going to be coming forwards. Can he get something done? Or the big wand usage keeps him alive. Now going to be using that bottle to get some health back. Fury in a bit of trouble on the back end, will go down, but they will get one in return. They kill the lone druid as well. Power shot going to be going through, but no more kills to happen. And again, a good trade. I mean, killing the lone druid at the end of that is really big for Athletico. Making sure Baller's not getting out of these fights scot-free, and he's kind of what they convert into pushing. But big black holes from Decor.
Yeah.
Buys the blink, moves to bot, blink, black holes.
And he was
like,
right at the front for that one too.
Well, he bought the blink, what, like 45 seconds before that fight. So that fight could have been completely different if he hadn't been there on time. So really nicely played by him and just kiting them around. Like you see Fury in these fights, he doesn't ever commit to anything. He's trying to use his creeps to the best of the ability that they can do. And kind of also keep out of trouble. And then the Chen heal, obviously keeping them alive for longer. AA also just going for an Atos. It's going to take a while, but he'll get it eventually. Shaitan. Oh, Split, no, he's going to move back in and get stunned. He's going to use the slam hit, but the AA Blast is going to come through. EJ going to be rotating into this one. That's going to be Splicko dying. Big mistake from him. Not a lot of gold going the other way. Chemistry gets the snipe on the background, though. And Splicko gives him the big tip. Just, thanks, man.
Yeah.
Avenged. Avenged.
Got to feel good about that one there, but man, Zen9, this Queen of Pain starting to pop up. I mean, I say starting, he's been on the roll for a while.
Ball goes through. AA just getting blasted out of this one. A very quick kill now, the nuke coming from the center. They blocked EJ in there. He can't get out. Finally will be released from his little prison, but Baller rotates into this one. Andros will be going down for this. Oh, Zem really wants to go in, but the Blink's going to get the Queen of Pain away. So it's a 1-for-1, support for support. They need to make sure Zem's not dying for this. So Splicko now rotating in, trying to take down the lone druid. He's so tanky. He dodges the call from Riz though. Really nicely done there. But Baller once again getting another kill. Shaitan, he's just trying to keep them away from his boys. It's not going to work though. Teckle blinks in. He doesn't have Black Hole anymore. It's already used, but they will take down the lone druid. Splicko wanted to go for more for that one, but the boys are like, settle.
Hold back.
Hold up.
That's how
but
we
once
lose.
again, they kill Baller. Zem just gets hit by the AA Blast. Not the end of the world, but once again, they win a team fight and they move for runes. Splicko trying to get something done. I don't know. Oh,
No.
he doesn't want to let that rune go, man. EJ's going to blink over for it,
Yeah, pretty hard to seal it away from Queen of Pain.
Yeah, Queen of Pain's pretty good at like getting away. You know,
pretty massive blink.
Having a blink.
Yeah.
And the only like big difference with that one, it's got quite a big wind up. So you can get caught out occasionally, but Tech, he's going to have that black hole up again in 10 seconds, and he's going for a pipe. So that's going to help a lot against that AA Blast, as well as sort of all the damage Queen of Pain and Crystal Maiden are doing. Well, not all of Queen of Pain's, but basically everything Crystal Maiden does is now going to be null and void. I mean, obviously, when you have an AA Blast, it's not great when you have a Chen, because you can't heal your team.
Kind of need to do that.
Yeah, it's kind of like a big thing Chen does, is healing.
Sort of his thing.
Yeah, and like having pets. But yeah, as you see, big team fight, got a couple runes, boom, 500.
Straight up there.
3,000. But now, once again, it's under 1k different. Like, the Zen9 are definitely holding their own and making this work. Oh, Shaitan in mid lane, though. Gonna die.
Or both of them.
Nice shackle coming out from Zen, though. He wants to keep Andros alive, but he's done it for the boys, you know?
I don't think he's getting out of that one.
No, he is not. He bought out his Maelstrom before that happened, though, so he probably didn't lose anything really, bit of EXP, but once again, Andros getting cleaned up in Quinnipiac mid lane as well, going for even more by the looks of it. Baller just wants to run this down and going to be going for the tower, and look at the damage.
I mean, Demonstry's dead. Like, who's there to clear out any of this?
No one can do anything about this. They are going to use the glyph to sort of hold it off for a little bit. Baller going to be shapeshifting, making sure he feels a little bit safer, and giving that extra damage to the there as well. Alpha's going to be Black Hole goes in though. They will catch 2 out here. They need to get the rest of the team in. They're going to go straight on Baller for this one. EJ going to be blinking out of this one. Now they commit Black Hole, but they don't save the tower and they only get 1 kill off it.
Yeah,
that's a lot of commitment. They need to turn this into a tier 1 at least, or a Roshan. They do have an Ursa.
All right, well, it's being pinged out.
Yeah, it's pinged out. Splick pings it out. He's like, you guys. I mean, honestly, they could split this up a little bit. Use the creeps and the Eidolons to go for the tower, keep them away, like using that tornado on the creep wave, and make sure they get this rush. They can take it out with the creeps. Obviously, N9 have no vision of this. They don't have their black hole though, so they need to be a little bit careful. But it looks like Z9 aren't going to get here in time anyway, so they will secure themselves a free Roshan. They're also going to be not picking it up. They're going to give it to Zen. That's unlike Splicko. Giving it to the boy. I mean, Zen has been struggling a lot. Okay, so Splicko went BKB. He is not afraid of anything.
There we go. Doesn't quite need the Aegis, if no one can ever kill him anyway. But look, he's right behind enemy lines here, going hard, and with the power shot as well, he'll pick up the kill. But they're not done yet.
Yeah, they're going to try and get the shards out from Andros, but not going to catch anyone, even if it's Queen of Pain, it's Queen of Pain. And as you said, they're not done yet. They're going to be pushing this into a tier 1. They've got an Aegis, they've got a BKB on Ursa. They're at like a really, really big power spike right now, and Z9 are going to struggle to defend these.
And they can just melt these creep waves as well, so they can get right up to the towers as soon as they need to, forcing out another glyph, of course, but they should be able to pick up this tower as well.
Yeah, Eidolons are going to run up. Meanwhile, on the top, they do see that creep being held, so they know something's happening. They may not know how many are here under that smoke, but they're going to play it safe and they're going to back out of this one. Really nice.
All right, not going to fall for any of the traps that Zen9 are looking for.
Well, it's the fake back, mate. It's the fake back. They're all still here. I love it. Worst case, they just clear out a whole lot of jungle. Yeah, that's it. Axe is still under that smoke, so I need to be a little bit careful with him. He does have that Vanguard as well, going for the Blade Mail next. Catching Ursa with a call and a Blade Mail too is really rough, especially if he's got the 6 instant attacks basically.
Yes.
He's going to rock through his own health. So you need to be careful of that one. I mean, Riz is a lot of their team fight where he needs to catch a couple on these calls. But as you see from Ath, they stand so far apart. They know how to play against this. A lot of it because like Tekel played so much Axe back in the day. For the older Athletico squad. But Fury and Split were both on that anyway. So they know how to play around this because he was like a god at that hero. So I think as long as they're playing around that factor, making sure they're not getting caught out like 2 or 3 of them by the Axe, they should be fine. But they're not getting that much further ahead on gold. It's really Splicko that's kind of beating them out, but everyone else is pretty even through the board.
Athletico, though, are starting to find some of these towers, constantly pushing these creep waves right up to them, and it looks like they should be able to pick up this one here. Meanwhile, though, Zen9 just on the other side of the map, not looking to defend.
Yeah, they're trying to split push it out. They don't really want to fight them now that Black Hole's back up. It's really scary. And Ath are very well aware of that. They know that Zen9 are going to be on the other side of the map. But they're still playing it quite safely. They're not going like facility players going up to high grounds very early. Oh, okay. They don't commit too much on that illusion. Oh. It's always unfortunate when you see everything thrown at illusion. But as you can say, net worth 1,500 mid. It's very, very negligible.
Still very tight between both of these teams.
Yeah, I mean how Zen9 are playing right now is very impressive considering how they've done throughout the season. They're holding their own.
Yeah, I mean, you mentioned that Athletico have been practicing a lot.
Yeah. Bottom lane, the Blink Cool's going to be coming out from Riz. And that's going to be a lot of trouble here. They used the Chen heal to kind of make this take longer, but no one was coming. Top lane, they are going to be rotating, though, onto the Crystal Maiden. They will take it down very easily.
What are both teams going to look for on top of these kills here? Because I don't see anyone.
And only a support for a support. They're both alive in like 20 to 25 seconds. Oh, bottom lane though, the call comes in again. Nicely caught out here. They will be catching 2. Splicker though, he just turned and burned, bro. He's got that BKB. You can't do anything against this Ursa right now. They get the shackle off as well. We'll be able to take down the Axe. That's 3 down on Zen9. 1 obviously being before this fight happened. Queen of Pain, so hard for them to stop. She is going to move out of this one, but nicely done there. They couldn't kill Splicko fast enough.
Yeah,
And with
Splicko's
that
been catching really good calls.
Yeah, with that BKB, man, it doesn't matter. Like, if he survives, clicks BKB, and just starts whacking you, you're in a lot of trouble. And that's DS's job. Take out one person straight away, and killing the Axe after he's called you. I mean, it's not the perfect situation because he has already kind of done his job. But they're struggling to catch EJ on this Queen of Pain. Which is going to be something they need to deal with. Like, you need a shackle on him, or you need the black hole to catch him as well. The only problem for Tekor is that there's a lot to cancel his black hole. Like, you can blink call it if you get, like, behind the black hole. Crystal Maiden obviously can stop it as well. So you have to be a little bit worried about those two heroes using a top lane again. Bottom lane, sorry, it's not top lane. Roger could be in a bit of trouble here, but the punch is going to be going on to Blashatan. He's really been sacking himself to save his boys a lot this game, and the Bear going to be moving forwards to try and do it. Will use that scream, though, to get them away, and Tekor kills Roger Dodger as well. So Techman gets himself a double kill. They kill both the supports, and they're going to convert it into another tower. And as you can see, that timing play I was talking about, they hit a peak strength, and they're just going, all right, let's go. Let's just launch. Splicko got that Blink Dagger too not too long ago, and you've got a PKB on your Wind Ranger.
Oh,
and he's going straight in onto one. The silence is going to be out on him, though. They will catch him here. Oh, where's the black hole? He doesn't actually go for it. Gets a Midnight Pulse down. He doesn't have the mana for it by the looks of it. He can't actually cast it. Oh, no, he's used it already. When did he use it? Or did he use it and it got cancelled?
Probably got cancelled, like, straight away.
It must have, yeah. I didn't quite catch it, but too low now on the side of Athletico. Maybe diving a bit deep with Shatan. Once again going down. Queen of Pain does blink in, though, however. Going on to Zemistry now. The Aegis obviously not there again. Zem, I mean, he's playing with him, right? Like, he's going to die. He's trying to waste more time to get the rest of his team out, which they do, but it's a 3-for-3. They defend their high ground, and more money going into the pockets of EJ. He's loving this. He's so rich.
And you've got to say, that's maybe a bit of a case of Athletico overconfidence there as they go in, they dive incredibly deep, and they pick up a few kills here and there, but like you said, without a black hole, it's going to be very hard for them to find anything further, and it gives Zen9 a chance to come back and punish that mistake and stay in the game here.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, Athletico, once again, the gold isn't that different. They're 3k ahead. They're going to smoke up. They can wait for another Roche timing as well. The Bash has picked up on Ursa too. He needs to oh, Baller. This could be really rough for him. Splicko needs to fight him out. Blinks right over the Bear and is going to fight Baller. The Bash is going to be there as well. One more hit and he's going to take him down. The tips come out to the triples. Oh, the big money coming from a couple. That was really nicely done. That Bash was well timed too.
Oh, yeah.
Bottom. Atos going to come out, but Zemistry does not care. He's got that BKB. Shackles two of them together. He's going to be going for Roger Dodger. A nice, easy kill for him. But the Blink call comes in now with the Blade Mail there. The Chen Heal is going to come out, but can the rest of his team get here in time? Midnight Pulse going to be there. BKB, but the Bash again from Slicko onto the Queen of Pain, and will take down Riz on that Axe. Again, the bashes for the boy. Shatan is going to get out of this one, but man, oh man.
The whole squad just comes in and
you got to
gets them out of
save your
trouble.
Wind Ranger.
Zemistry, that's the best birthday present you can get.
Right.
Getting out of trouble there. Well, the best one you can get is winning the series, probably.
Or like money. I mean, technically, winning this game is worth money, right?
It is.
So that's money in the bank, but they will be going up to the high ground now. Riz is still dead for 15. Queen of Pain, no buyback either. They're going to try and stall this one out. The creeps are getting killed by this Crystal Maiden is quite annoying. But they're using them to keep them away, right? Like, just get away from the boys. They will be able to take down this tier 3 without too much trouble. Are they going to back off? The Axe is alive, so they're back. I like this play. They're not going to go greedy. They are just going to back off, afraid of that sort of blink call initiation. They've got to be careful.
And now things are looking kind of wide open right now for Athletico, right? You know, they've got the tier 3 tower down at the mid lane. They can walk in, win a fight, walk in and take one, maybe both of the racks here. And that could put them in a really good position to close out the game and go one game up in the best of 3.
That's for sure. And when you're one game up too, you've got the confidence there. The enemy team may be feeling a bit down too. Like you get into this kind of funk where you're just not feeling great as the team went behind. And with how good these teams are, I don't know if that affects them as much. Also, the bird on Wind Ranger is so dope. I just gotta, like, it's dope. I love it. But
there's a lot of cool effects you can bring in. I like the, what are they? I want to say tattoos, but obviously they're not.
What?
Like the
Enigma?
runes along his body.
That's just it's just Enigma, bro.
Yeah, just an enigma.
He's an Enigma. That's what he looks like. But Unpause coming out now. Looks like Split just having a little bit of problems. And I mean, yeah, so they're going to convert this into an easy shrine, take away the jungle presence of Z9, so push them out of their own jungle. You see the Aghanims 1500 away for that Wind Ranger as well. So getting closer to that too. That's also another big power spike with the Maelstrom as well. Like the damage output, okay, Fury, you have hung around way too long in this enemy jungle and you are definitely dying for that one. The team is close, but initiating into that is hard. They did have Black Hole, however, but
there's just no point trying to risk that fight.
yeah, like you're losing your Chen. You don't mind that much. That's kind of what Fury does too, is that if you need a sacrificial lamb, Fury's your boy.
He's always been there.
Yeah, he's always been that guy. But yeah, I mean, what are we? 30 to 21. Athletico 10,000 gold ahead. They're a tier 3 down on the side of Z9 as well.
I feel like that's probably the bigger thing, is that they've just got so many more towers down. It means more gold, but it also means much better map position too.
Yeah, I mean, they've still got a tier 1 on the side of Athletico. Yeah. Meanwhile, Z9 have no outer towers. They do, however, they had this big timing, right, where they just kind of took all the towers in the space of like 7 or 8 minutes. So that's kind of what they were working with on their side. The Roshan is going to spawn up very soon, but we'll have to wait and see.
Well, of course, with the Ursa, they can do it pretty quickly.
Yeah, it's kind of the main thing with that hero, you know, taking out really early Roshans.
Almost one of the reasons you pick him up.
Yeah, it used to be the old like level 1 roast strats. This is like a full duration roast ball. This is really long, but they do have the creeps to leave in there. The A is going to blast it out as well, try and scout it. They're both teams, it's very important to see this. Z9, not as important to get it, but they need to stop Athletico from getting it.
Well, they're moving over. They've smoked up to make sure they can get into a good position here and see what the hell's going on over by the Roshan pit here.
Yeah, and the Centaur will watch it as well. So smoked up, they may be able to find Zemistry farming in this jungle. That pickoff would be massive. Riz actually comes out of the smoke. Surprised he didn't go for a YOLO blink. Like, even if there's like 4 heroes up there, that's perfect for you. If you blade mail call 4 heroes, you live in the dream.
The very second that
blinking though, and that's going to be going for it, and the BKB's going to be up. But look at the damage Splicker just does herself, and the black hole's massive from Tackle, catching almost anyone. The buybacks are coming out though. 1 for Max, 1 for AA, 1 for Queen of Pain. Splicker is so low, he almost killed himself on the axe at the start of that, but that's a triple buyback for Z9. And a quad buy, they do not want you to have this Roshan. You could honestly let them have the Rosh, and that's so much money they just threw away. But they're not going to. The only cooldown that's down is 1. Zemistry, unfortunately, going to get caught out with his hand in his pants there, down for 80. So a little bit rough. You've got the AoE Shadow Strike now coming out from the Queen of Pain too, so that's going to cause you a lot of issues with the DPS that's going to do, as well as all the slows. Meanwhile, on the other end, they are going to catch him out, but the calls there is there. The AA Blast is going to come. EJ with the BKB on the side, they're going to put them in the Snowball to avert some of the damage for now. Going onto the CM, into the backlines. Axe being controlled up on the back end, but it's just not enough. Athletico, they didn't need to fight this. Z9 committed 4 buybacks for that. And they're just throwing their lives away. Now, Athletico have no buybacks on any of these heroes, so this is a free Roche now for Z9. It costs them a lot, don't get me wrong. Like, 4 buybacks for this is expensive. But as you can see, it's probably worth it for them still.
Yeah, I mean, like it may have cost them a lot, but hey, at least they got it, right? Like, it could have been a world where they throw all that gold at getting the Roshan, and then Athletico still beat them, and still, like, they walk away from the fight, come back, and take another fight. So Z9, at least they get what they're paying for.
Yeah, that's it. They committed heavily to it, and they're getting it. Like, in the worst situation possible, they don't get it, and they committed all of it. But they will have themselves an Aegis the Immortal onto EJ. EJ's been having a fantastic game, honestly. This Queen of Pain has been playing out of his mind. Just being in the right place at the right time. That BKB is really useful too. Going now for a Lincoln, so basically just going, I will never die. That's his goal. Don't die, do the damage, and make sure he's hitting everyone. Like, he's got the Shadow Strike AoE, he's got the Scream AoE, and he's got the ulti AoE. He's able to hit everyone with everything.
Just needs to not get caught in the black hole.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, that's his main goal. Don't get caught in black hole. Even if he does, though, like, he's pretty tanky. And he's got an Aegis now. If they use Black Hole on him, that's probably a misplay while he's got the Aegis, unless they're catching multiple and you just kind of ignore him, or just get him out of the fight very quickly and then kill his team while he's respawning, and then either he gets away or you kill him again. But obviously, it's only 5 seconds. Killing the rest of his team in 5 seconds is pretty hard. It's not a small feat.
I feel like we're just going to see the big brain, many people black holes, rather than just targeting.
Tackle's been hitting some hype black holes.
They've been Chad ults, actually. Like, he's been blinking in right up in the front lines and just throwing the biggest black holes we've ever seen.
Yeah, he's been playing really, really well. I mean, Tackle continuously impresses me though. Like, he just seems to play really well all the time. Even that Veto game, like, it wasn't his fault.
We can let that one slide. That's all right.
We can, but Smoke Up going to be coming. Riz going to be hiding away under this. I mean, that's the main one. If your axe is hidden, you're good. Oh, Zem though, run through. The BKB going to be used. Zem is going to straight up kill himself on that blade mail with that ulti. Andros now going into the ball. Black Hole going to be catching 2 here though. They need to turn this and convert it into kills. The Bear is going to be going down as well as the Lone Druid. So they killed both on the back end. AA just going to be melting down to this Ursa. Might be able to get out of it. No, he will not. The blink forward going to be going. Oh, EJ manages to catch Andros. Wants to get out of this one. The blink cooldown 2 seconds. He will be fine, but that's a 4-for-2 trade. Zem, he has to be careful of these calls, man. He absolutely nailed himself. And that's a refresher on Tekor. You were scared of 1 black hole, now you've got 2.
And I think it says something as well
He's
that
so rich. Oh my god.
they lost chemistry pretty much straight away and still heavily won that fight.
I think the thing is too is though, even though he killed himself on Axe, Axe was really low.
Yeah, he still
as Zem
does
was dying.
damage.
Like, he's still taking the damage from it, as you said. Lone Druid going to be up as well, if he wants to. He does have that buyback, Lincoln's pop. So that's the show of the Lincolns as well. So they do know that's about ain't going to be an issue. But yeah, as you can see, Tackle's second on net worth now. He bought himself a refresher. You've got the Abyssal Blade on the Ursa as well. So that's guaranteed blink and lockdown.
EJ held on to Aegis as well. I think that's important to know.
Yeah, I mean, he's got Aegis, but as you saw, they just ignored him and killed his team. He killed Andros in the end of it, but like it didn't matter. Because his whole team died, and they will get a full set of racks for this. It looks like Ursa's going to be going for that shrine as well, so the last shrine should be going down here too. Oh no, he's going for there. Minimap, sometimes you can't see it quite right on the minimap.
Yeah, no,
he was on top of it. He was on top
didn't
of
see it, boys. Sorry, needed the gold.
Yeah, but yeah, he's got that. He's going for the Monkey King bar next, so no evasion will stop him. The mini stuns are nice too, and the extra damage as well. Like proccing that just on the fast attack speed with the shackle mid lane. So nicely done, but still having that Aegis. Can they get him a second time? They're gonna straight up black hole. Axe in the background though, but as you see, here comes the snowball save. Andros keeping his boy alive. The BKB gonna be used on EJ, trying to get him out of this one. Shackle though, how did that latch on the Axe? Weird angle, but all right. Now, you gotta be careful of Andros. Meanwhile, on the back line, CM's gonna try and use that ulti, deal some damage. Splicker does not care. BKB gonna be used. Nice shackle again for Damistry. Catching 2. That's gonna be 2 going down on the side of Zem9. Baller's going to try and keep himself alive for a bit longer, but it's not going to help anyone. Blinks after blinks after blinks. Zem, can he line it up? He lines it up again. Catches 2. EJ going to be going down. Dead for 110 seconds. Axe is going to be dead as well. And I think this might just straight up be game.
Oh, there's 4 people without buyback for Zen9. They're not going to be able to get back in time. Athletico locking down game number 1 of the first semi-finals here in the LPL Pro ANZ DOTA 2 Championship.
Yeah, just sitting there, taking out these tier 4s. I mean, some of them come up soon, but here comes the good game call from Shaitan. And that's going to be game number 1. And Athletico, they looked to control some of this game. Like, Zen9 played very, very well. Very impressed with how they did. But just the initiations from especially Tekor, and then you saw Zemistry with those shackles just lining up 2 heroes.
That last fight was insane.
Zemistry really showing that he can play this hero, and looked a little bit shaky at some points, but he did it, man. And Athletico showing why they're the top of the tables, going up 1-0 straight away against Zen9.
Yeah, and you know, for Zen9, there were some shining moments. EJ actually playing a fantastic Queen of Pain, specifically in the early game as well. Always where he needed to be. Yeah,
he rotated extremely well this game. He was beyond godlike at one point. EJ really shined for me for Zen9 that game, and hopefully they can bring it back to a 1-1, but we'll have to find out.
Yeah, that's where it stands for now. Athletico now on match point. If they win the next game, they will move on to the grand final, and Zen9 will be looking to bring it back to 1-1 right after this break.
The LPL Pro Dota 2 ANZ Championship is proudly brought to you in association with Logitech G, gaming with science.
Mine for you.
Once you pop, you can't stop. Pringles.
Need a ride? Thanks to Ola and Let's Play Live, we are hooking you up. Simply download the Ola app and type in the code Let's Ride to get your first ride free. T's and C's apply.
This is just clinical.
Mine for you.
All right, Athletico are looking to lock in their spot at the grand final in 2 weeks' time, the 18th of July at the SKYCITY Theatre. But you can lock in your spot there right now by going to Ticketek and picking up your tickets today. And we will see you there if you do that.
I mean, we're going to be there. It's going to be hype. Haven't been to a LAN finals in New Zealand for years.
LAN finals are hella cool.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy it. So it's always good. The energy's always good. The games are always better too. The pressure's really on in front of a crowd, on stage. It's a whole different game.
It's just, I love the effect that it has on, I mean, not just the show as a whole, but the teams, right?
Yeah.
You know, there's something different from playing from either your gaming house or your room, and then suddenly you're on a stage in front of a crowd of screaming fans.
Yeah,
That's
it takes
pressure,
you.
man.
It takes you out of your comfort zone, which
Yeah.
I think is the biggest thing. Like a lot of these players bring all their own gear, their mice, their keyboards, sometimes even headsets, depending on the muting stuff that they need.
The one that gets me is the mouse bungee. Have you heard of that?
Dota's actually like they don't use bungees very much. Like StarCraft, it's big in.
Yeah. Just for those that don't know, a mouse bungee is like it holds the cord so that you don't have a different length in your mouse cord length.
Yeah, it's not something like I use one, but that's because I don't like cords on my desk.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not really a huge thing in Dota, but it is in other games. But I mean, Athletico, they're one game up.
Yeah.
They just need to win this and they're into finals.
Yeah, and so far things are going pretty much as expected, right? Like we come in, we say Athletico looking really good on paper. It's the first seed versus the fourth seed. Yeah. It's not too surprising that we are where we are right now.
It's what you would come into this and go, this is probably going to happen. They're going to 2-0 Z9.
Yeah. So
but Z9 played extremely well.
Yes.
Their draft was very cool, very different. Loved the Axe, loved the Lone Druid. Baller played really well too. It's good to see him kind of playing different heroes and more, because I think that's kind of maybe been holding them back, is that a Baller's always been this really, really good farming carry, but he needs to spread his wings and really start shining in different ideas.
All right, well, he will have a chance to spread his wings as we're about to get into game number 2 of the semi-finals here. Athletico one win away from locking this spot in the grand finals, and Zen9 facing down the fact that they've got to win 2 games in a row to take out the series.
That's it, and looking at the picks and bans, Zen9 versus Athletico. Ath going to be banning out the Pango and the Razor. So, I mean, a Riz hero and a Baller hero. Nothing too crazy. And then the Sand King banned out by Zen9. Now they've got to think, okay, so they're banning out the Spirit Breaker, the Roger Dodger, Shadow Shaman going to be banned out as well. It's almost like 3 of Zen9's players' 3 best heroes. Like Bullet, maybe his best hero is Razor. He plays it very solidly. Roger Dodger's best hero is Shadow Shaman, and Riz's best hero is Pango.
Well, if you're going to ban anything, you may as well ban their best heroes.
Yeah, they're banning against the players rather than the hero pool, which happens, I would say, quite a bit in ANZ Dota, but not that much outside of that, because these teams play each other all the time. They know, like, the top bracket in sort of on the Oz server is small, so all the pubs these guys play, they're always against each other. They always know what they're playing at the time. So it's really hard to, like, hide that you're doing things. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense why they're playing like this, for sure.
All right, now let's take it back a little bit, because I want to ask you the question, like, how important is it that Athletico have taken game number 1 and now forcing Zen9 into this position?
I mean, it's obviously a big win for Athletico. They're going to be feeling confident. They don't have to worry crazily about this game either, because they're 1 game up. Zen9 have to worry a lot. They've given Fury his Oracle, so they banned out his Chen. And as you see, they ate into reserve time for that too. They were really thinking, which one do they ban?
10 seconds remaining.
And taking out the Chen isn't that surprising. They picked a counter to it in the AA, and it didn't work. He still played fantastically, still got a lot done. And it's just the strength of the creeps as well, like getting those extra spells on your team, getting the pushing power, even like the Alpha Wolf, like that crit aura and damage aura is so good. Sorry, the crit and the damage aura, not the crit aura. It's not an aura.
That would be good.
That would be really good. Let's not do that. Valve, if you're listening, don't add that.
I don't know. Sounds like it could be fun.
It could be fun, but
Fun
also,
for someone.
Yeah, also a bad time. But Zen9 going to be picking up that Lash, as well as probably the combo to the Lash, maybe a Lion, maybe a Sven, who knows.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Lashrak a lot over the last few weeks, so...
Oh, Beastmaster, okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, so likely to be the Riz hero, unless they're farming the Lash. Lash is one of those heroes too Shaitan used to play a lot back in the day as a core though. So he's very comfortable playing the hero, so he can play that as the 5 or the 4. Sorry, as the 4. It's usually Roger being on that 5, except last game. I mean, Roger and Shaitan have switched up a little bit during this tournament, being that they've played both 5s and 4s between the 2 of them.
Which is kind of cool to see that sort of flexibility in the team.
I think a lot of the time as a captain, you generally put them on the 5 because they're doing so much else in the game, like controlling, like how the sort of smoothness of the game and controlling what the team's doing. Putting them on a 5 is generally the best bet because they don't have to worry about last hitting. They just have to worry about rotating and harassing early game, and then obviously the heroes are kind of falling off a bit more later on, so they can more focus on talking, and they're going to pick up the Zam Ember. Or the Spliko Ember, because he's played a lot too.
It's pretty early to pick up an Ember Sphere, although, like you mentioned, it could be flexible, right?
Yeah, so. It's flexibly placed in the team. Raw, it's pretty good against that hero though. So the Beastmaster can lock him down. Lash, not so much. Like you're not too worried about that. But once you got the Raw, then you've got the yeah. I don't think you get that off on the Ember Spirit somehow. But yeah, once you've got the initial lockdown, you can really follow up very easily. Like there's no way you're getting out of it. So it'll be hard to see what they really want to do.
5 seconds remaining.
Not entirely sure, honestly.
Well, a few more bans coming out right now for Zen9 here, who again they're eating into their reserve time. Not too much though. And Ducks, taken off the table.
Yeah. So tackle hero being banned out. As you see, Ath banned out the OD as well as the Juggernaut.
Juggernaut was pretty much straight away as well.
Yeah, it's Baller's like best hero. It's the Jug Razor, his 2 best heroes. So banning against him is something that a lot of these teams have started doing. They just ban the Baller heroes. You put him on something he's not comfortable with, and all of a sudden he doesn't look like himself. But on the Lone Dread, he looked like great. Like I was actually really impressed.
5
so
seconds remaining.
is starting to branch out into different heroes, and maybe it doesn't start working in LPL, but I doubt this team's going to go anywhere. Like they're going to stick it out and play in everything. So it's going to be fun to see sort of how they evolve if they can't make it through this game. But can't count them out yet. They can always bring this back into a 1-1, then 2-1 situation, and then make it to land.
Absolutely, but they are, of course, facing the juggernauts that are Athletico, who are going to make it quite difficult for them. Zen9 banning out the Death Prophet, not really wanting to go against the terrifying pushing
5
power that that
seconds
hero
remaining.
has.
Yeah, we have seen Zem play it as well to great effect.
A lot.
So it's not too surprising that they
Dire team
that they would take that out, especially with the new agonies on that hero. Like just the extra bats
It's
coming
so
out.
good.
It's so good. It does so much damage. I think it's definitely one of my favorite new ags. I don't know if it's the best. I like the Clinks one too. It's pretty good. The extra
I like-
skelly boys.
Like as powerful as it is, I like the Grimstroke one because it's so unique.
Oh, the illusion.
Yeah, the illusion.
Yeah, that thing is really scary.
It's
We
quite
saw
hard
it
to deal
against an AM, and the illusion was like killing him
Yes.
because it's faster
5
than you.
seconds
It's
remaining.
stronger than you.
It's better than you in every way.
It can't cast anything, so that's a bonus. Can't blink after you. That would be rough. Like you just had full control of it as well. Like, yeah.
It's just another unit.
Yeah, but
Make it a
Ath's
6v5.
Ath's going to pick up the Tusk again, so happy with how Andros played on that.
The snowballs were really good though in game one.
There was a couple that against the Axe that maybe he could have got off if he was faster, but like Axe blinking and you have no vision of him, and then he's there, then he calls. You've got like 0.1. Reacting that quickly, I think physically is generally
10
impossible.
seconds remaining.
So you have to know he's going to do it, and start
5
like
seconds
actually
remaining.
making the actions before he blinks it.
And then of course, you know, vision plays into that. Like how much can you see around your team where the axe is sneaking around on the sidelines.
Which is something that the Chen brought in though with the creeps, right?
Yeah.
Like you were getting the extra vision around the fights from that. But Silencer going to be picked up by Zen 9 next. So they're going. I mean, Silencer again, good against Ember. Ember could just go sort of that BKB route though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, of course, if he does get silenced, really sucks for Ember Spirit.
Yeah, it's really not fantastic.
No, no.
Dire team pick.
But next pick coming up right now, it's going to be the old Faceless Void, a classic.
Yeah, a hero Baller can play as well. It's been a while since I've seen him do it, but he used to play this hero quite a lot. I'm sure he plays it a lot in pubs too. The hero did fall out of favour for quite a while. But you see Zen9, they've got 3 heroes that rely on their ultimates. They've got Faceless Void, Silence, and Beastmaster. They are there to be level 6 and
10
cast the ult.
seconds remaining.
Now, once you start doing that, you start relying on these high cooldowns again that we talked about in the replays. Can come back to bite you. Silence's ulti is very long. I think it's 110.
It's a big cooldown.
I think it's 110. Can you do a math check for
Oh
me?
yeah, I'll just I'll think about it in my head.
Yeah.
as
Let's all pretend. Let's all pretend that you're doing math crunching in your head. I'll pretend with you. Like,
Yeah,
I got you.
No, I know it's in alphabetical order in my head,
Yeah.
but you know.
Yeah.
There it is. Right there, 130 seconds
So,
cooldown. Oh, it's down
20
into my
seconds.
brain.
Okay. So, oh yeah, like, he found it out eventually in his brain that it was 130, not 110.
Yeah, I feel like it probably wasn't worth all the thinking power that took just to find out the small difference. The point is, it's a big cooldown.
Yeah. Beastmaster not as much. Faceless Void kind of in the middle. So they could run into the problem of relying on those ultimate abilities, which you don't want to do. Like, Athletico have been against that, and they've gone, okay, we've all died, buy back Sweet Fight again, and we won.
Yeah.
They've done that. They know how to play against that sort of style. And especially, they'll fight on your side of the map. So even if you get those abilities off and win fights, you're not converting it into towers, and then they'll just revive and run at you again. There's ways you can fight against these high cooldowns. That's why you don't sort of see the wombo combo lineups as much anymore, because it just takes too long to reset again. But we're going to see the Venomancer picked up.
Finally gets through.
Finally gets through. I mean, it's not something that, like, I'm a huge fan of tech playing, because it's not that hyper-aggressive run at you until later on when you're just like, okay, I've got Blink, 2 spells, bam, bam, and
Thank you, man.
thank you, Matt. I was going to say it, but I'm like, Oh,
I had
you
to
got
steal
me.
it.
Yeah, you stole it.
Sometimes I have to sound cool as well.
Oh, yeah. I don't know when I sound cool, but thanks.
Well, it was going to be then.
I missed out, didn't I?
Yeah, sorry about that. You can get the next one.
Yeah, tune in next week for when Dan may or may not say something cool. Probably not, though.
Nah, you definitely will. I believe in you.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that kind of support, but Wraith King's going to be banned out by Zen9. Banning it against themselves, maybe, too. That was like the roughest game I've ever seen.
That was a game.
That was a game and a half for sure. But, I mean, it would have worked on Atletico's lineup.
5 seconds
They
remaining.
don't have a huge amount of, like, clear for the Skellies. And with Veno wards as well, like, that's a lot of push power, so it makes sense. Lena going to be banned out, so EJ not going to be getting that hero. Another one he plays really well. They do still have the Queen of Pain if they want to go back to that. Honestly, he was fire on that hero. Like, do it again if you feel like it fits into your lineup. It's great with Faceless Void. You get the ulti off for free. Like, yeah, no one's moving. You ain't gonna miss. I mean, you can. You definitely can. I've seen it before.
And it's really embarrassing if you miss them.
It's fun to watch, though.
Yeah. It'll make it
Other people suffering in Dota is extremely entertaining to watch.
Yeah.
Watching someone mess something up that's meant to be super easy. It's like watching any of my games I've ever played. Oh, look, Dan just needs to click a button. He's clicked the wrong button.
Look,
everything's gone bad.
Anything that gets a player like multiple tips from the enemy team, you know it's good. You know it's good because they're hurting so much.
Yeah. And it's like a shock to the old ego, you know. The pride really takes the hit when you get the 5-man tip.
Which is great because it's totally the opposite of how you should feel when you get tipped.
It's meant to be like well done.
Like
Nope.
good play, mate.
Yeah. Look, as a bartender, like getting tipped is great. In Dota, not so much. Not so much.
Radiant team.
Definitely not by the enemy team.
But you're going to see the Troll picked up last by Athletico, a hero that's seen a little bit of a resurgence in play. We've seen Baller play it. It didn't go fantastically. I know Splicko plays this hero. I don't think Zem does, so it'll likely be the mid Ember Spirit with the safe lane Troll. You can also run the Venotusk Oracle aggressive, but they could just go back to the 2-1-2s. Fury holds Splicko's hand on that Oracle Troll combo. Make sure he's having a good time. Get the Troll farm, and
5 seconds
farm Trolls
remaining.
are really scary.
Yeah, and Athletico have definitely shown a pretty good ability to come out looking very healthy during the laning phase, and Troll Waller certainly loves that, getting closer and closer to the farmed end game. And, you know, he's seen a bit of a success so far in the season, so pulling out Troll, going to round out their composition for potentially their last game before the grand finals.
Yeah, I mean, this could be potentially the last game both of these teams play, right?
Well,
until
not
finals.
if Athletico win. It's not their last game. Oh, you mean together?
Yeah, together.
Yeah.
You got me?
Last time they see themselves on the map.
Yeah, but Storm Spirit going to be that last pick up for Zen9. So we're going to see the EJ Storm. It looks pretty good. Baller's going to be picking up that Faceless Void as we expected. So I managed to say which heroes that Athletico are going to pick for the players, and I'm right. It doesn't happen often. I'm holding on to that one. I mean, it wasn't that surprising, but you know, small wins. You take the wins where you can get them.
It's the more sure you are about what they're doing, the more chance that they're going to do something weird.
100%.
So now they're going to go in completely different lanes.
Like it could have been like a tech or troll with like a Splicko Venom. Splicko used to play that hero all the time, as well. Like when it kind of moved into this one position, there was a weird point of time where heroes could get XP talents, and Veno had one that was like 60% experience gain,
which is a crazy amount.
which was absolutely ridiculous. And then they just straight up wiped XP gains almost.
There's still a few left.
There's, very, very few. There was this weird point where they brought out talent trees and they're all kind of boring, like quite generic ones on a lot of heroes. But now, like, a lot of them are like hero specific to their spells.
Yeah, they've been cleaned up over the years and they look really good now.
Yeah, I mean, it was a new thing for them, right?
All right, let's get into it. Game number 2 here. Athletico on match point. Zen9 needing to bring it back to 1-1. Can they do it?
Can they indeed, Matt? Can they indeed? I believe they can. But then again, I said they would win. I said Athletico would win 2-0. I'm holding on to it.
Look,
I'm confident.
we've never said that Zen9 cannot win this series.
No.
It's just
I just don't think
incredibly
they will.
likely that Athletico coming in as strong favourites. Game 1 kind of showed why.
Yeah. Yeah, but
So-
game 1 also showed us the Zen9 and no pushovers
That's
in this best of 3 either. Like, that's the biggest take, I think, from that game. But Faceless Void, as you can see, has a salve and 9 tangos. He does not want to be a dead boy.
He hates trees. Or loves them.
Who doesn't hate trees, though?
No, I mean, he could love them, the taste of them.
You gotta hate trees and save the turtles, you know? Paper straws.
30
Well,
But
seconds.
they are going to be going for this aggressive rune by the looks of it. But there's 4 heroes here for Zen9. So they've got to be careful. Nice little stun coming out here from Roger. But the boys are there. But the dots are coming out. The slow's going to be there as well. Forcing Tekor to get that first. Not that unfortunate. Fury going to put his body in front of Tekor as well. Protecting his lad.
Well, it looks like Zen9 are going to hold their side of the map.
Oh,
no,
no, Zen9 want to move forwards here, but here come the boys now. Zemistry going to be moving forward as well. And with the tag team ability of Andros absolutely melting them down. So that's going to be first blood going the way of Ath. They will be able to secure the rune there as well. So Andros getting in first. You cannot fight against a Tusk level 1
And
if he gets on top
Riz-
of you with team fight, it's ridiculous. A double team is ridiculous. It's
Riz
double
actually
team
got
team.
both the runes.
Yeah.
Which is great.
Splicko, I mean, he couldn't do much. He gets slowed up by that ball so much. It's so hard to deal with. He's actually going to TP to his lane now as well. He's taking so
See you
much
later,
damage from Riz. He's going to use a lot of regen for this, though. Like, it's not a great time for him. But as we see, bottom lane going to be Tech and Andros. The gruesome twosome going down bottom. And Andros is also getting a lot better with kind of dealing with how Tackle plays. You have to get used to playing with Tackle. The guy's insane. And Friffles got used to it. Andros is getting used to it. But it's definitely a change from playing with a lot of offlaners because he's so aggressive. That's why the Veno kind of always feels a little bit weird on him.
Well, it was banned out in game 1. We might find out why here today in game number 2.
Exactly that. And Splicko, he just needs to make sure he's farming. He needs to make sure, I mean, Riz is going to get some farm out of this.
He's getting a lot of free attacks on.
Yeah, I mean, having 2 ranged against 1 melee, 1 range, you're always going to out-harass a little bit, unless you get, like, too close. And they can kill the boar, like, it's not too difficult to kill the boar with the nuke from Fury. Mid lane, you're going to see Spirit versus Spirit, Storm versus Ember.
And how does this one usually go?
It's kind of different because the build's quite different on Ember now, with the Sleight of Fist being maxed instead of, like, the 4-0-4. It's like the 1-4-1 or 1-2-3. Like, it's very, I think it's very build depending, but I haven't seen this exact, like, matchup for a little while. But a lot of it comes down to skill of the player too. Top lane, though, you are going to see the stuns coming out. They want to go on Riz here. Both of the nukes coming out, both from Fury and Splick. They don't quite finish him off with that nuke, though, from Fury. The Mango's going to be used. They will finally get that kill, having to invest the Mango into it, but not a huge deal. They will take down Beastmaster and salve up from Fury on the back end. Does have another Mango, too, so if they find another opening, he can give himself the mana to use both of his spells, but going to regen up for now. Rather not use it and save it for a rainy day.
And this is great for Athletico, right? Like, they just want Splicko farming as much as he can.
Exactly. The Void, however, is doing fine, and the Storm is winning mid against the Ember. So Splicko is a little bit behind too. So all in all, Zen9 doing a bit better on these lanes. And Void also still has heaps of tangos. He's got 8 left.
He's had 1.
Yeah, he's not hungry. He's not eating many trees. Shaitan as well, just dishing out a lot of damage with these dots. It's a hard lane, man. Like, Silencer's no pushover with this team fight going to be used, though, onto bottom lane. I swear I'm saying that spell name wrong, too.
The which one?
Tusk, 3rd spell. Can't remember. It might be team fight, might be like...
The tag team.
Tag team. Yeah, tag team.
Yeah.
There it is. Why am I saying team fight? Or double
I mean,
team?
you have said tag team.
I've said tag team, I know. I don't know why.
Just stick to tag team.
Tag
right.
team, that's it. That's what the spell is called, Dan.
Yeah, I was a little confused because I'm like, I guess it's a team fight.
I guess
it's a 2v2.
it's 2v2, like, it's kind of part of the team.
But no, it's just a tag team. Makes a lot more sense. With,
Yeah, it does.
the
It really
2v2.
does.
There we have it. We're learning ability names
We're
today.
learning ability names, but Zama's evened this out in mid too, so it's 21 for 2 to 21 for 2. Very, very even. Void is topping the Troll, however. Sam needs to be careful here. He runs life on the edge, this man.
Yeah, he takes a lot of trade damage, but has plenty of...
He's got a salve coming out to him, I assume, as well. So he's not going to be... he's got the bottle. So he's going to be able to get pretty healthy, hopefully get some root control as well. Tackle, very low bottom lane, but Baller, very hesitant to dive that one. You need to be careful diving towers at this stage of the game. Ember and Storm fighting over the rune, but Storm will get hit for himself. So EJ has that bottle refilled and has a double damage. So now Zamistry has to be extremely careful. Meanwhile, top lane, Andros gets himself a kill on to, bottom lane, Andros gets himself a kill onto Black Shaitan. Top lane, they are going to be initiating through. Splicko, did he catch that slow? I'm not sure if it actually clipped him. Roger will get the stun off onto the Troll here, though. They will clean up the boars. The boars causing them a lot of issues up here.
Yeah, constantly just being in the face, being annoying.
The slow is really hard to deal with when you're trying to play aggressively and trying to get some damage out. Like, you just can't shorten the range. See, EJ tips Zamistry as well because he didn't dodge that double damage left.
Yep, and that's one that just makes you feel bad.
Look, I love to see it, you know? Sometimes it's just...
Well, we love to see it.
Yeah, I mean, you probably shouldn't do it, but hey.
It's all in good fun. It's all in good fun.
Yeah, Fury taking a lot of damage from this Edict from Roger Dodger. Should be going down here. It will be Splicko now in a lot of trouble. He's going to try and kill Roger before he goes down. He will take him down, but that's a 2-for-1. Riz is going to get both bounty runes for this too. That's a big win for Z9.
Yeah, they can be pretty happy with how things went, even giving away one of the kills.
He got 419 gold for killing Splicko too. He's pretty rich.
It's all planned. It's all planned.
Dire's top tower
Getting all the
is
gold
under
onto
attack.
one person.
Yep. All right, Sam manages to dodge that one. He's going to get pulled in though, but Oracle is rotating through. He's going to charge that up with the root there. He's going to try and get him, but just being a level 6 is going to get him out of this one. He's also out-leveling Zemistry pretty well. Zemistry's not even level 6 yet. And Storm sitting at level 6.5. Going to be pretty happy with that one. Baller. See, now he's got no regen. So the dots are really starting to take their effect. Vano being very aggressive, as well as Andros here. So, going to be going back to his shrine. I wouldn't be surprised to see Baller go for the Midas on the Void and try and pull this into a later game scenario. Silencer, Void, Storm late game is really scary sounding. But then again, Troll Ember is too. But I think the Silencer plays a big part in that. You getting that silence off is gonna make or break this game, I think. So Silencer has to be very careful about dying. Roger Dodger going to be using that Diabolic Edict here to try and stay alive. But with the tag team damage there, we'll be able to take him down. So Andros rotating up for that one, going to be making it worth his while. Riz now can be in a bit of trouble here. Explosive Fury going to be charging up that route. We'll be taking him down. Andros messes that one up a little bit. Splicko now trying to get on top of Riz. They will be able to get the blind off and the nukes as well. They should be able to take down Riz. They will indeed. Fury getting the last hit there. Once again, getting himself a double kill.
All right, tips go out. Athletico,
That's
3 members up at the top side of the map here, but can't quite find anything else. Still pretty early in the game, and it's simply just swinging the gold back and forth. Not a huge difference between both of the teams.
Yeah, a nice rotation from Andros there to get that done. I think what you're really looking at is when the Storm or Ember move. Like that could be the big make or break here. If they move to a lane and manage to get kills and something else, like a tower or just more map control, aggressive wards out of it, maybe that's what changes sort of the pace of this game. But if that fails, then you're letting the other mid get ahead of you. And as we see now, it could be unfolding. You're going to see Ember Spirit rotating up the top. Again, Andros just misses that. The Boulder's going to be coming in though with the stun here. Zem going to be getting the damage out on Roger Dodger. They will take him down. They should be able to keep their Tusk alive here as well. Riz wanting to do something there, but thinks better of it and will back off. Ember going to be moving forwards though. We'll get the bolus off onto the Beastmaster. Riz in a lot of trouble here. He does not have his ulti to even try and roll them off. And that will be another kill going the way of Athletico. Zemistry getting himself a double kill. So, as I said, with those rotations, could make or break. It gets 2 kills. They don't really turn it into much more other than the map presence of it, putting a little bit of fear into the boys.
Yeah, and EJ, it looked like, looking on the mini-map, it looked like he wanted to show up, but just thought better of it, stuck to the mid lane and got what he could.
Yeah, too little too late, I think, honestly. I don't think he was going to get there in time to really change the outcome of that fight. So, staying mid, keeping the farm going, and as you said, doing a little bit of damage to the Matar. Roger, though, is going to get a few enemies onto him here. Going to get caught out there, and the Storm's going to be in. They will take down the one they wanted, though. Disarm on the Storm as well. Fury trying to waste their time, but it looks like 2 are definitely going down for this, and they will give the lives away. So, I mean, a kill for Storm, a kill for Beastmaster. They do pull the Storm away from his lane, Ember getting a little bit of space again, but it's negligible, man. It's a 1-for-2 trade. All supports going down. It's nothing that's going to change this game other than the fact that you're kind of just exchanging gold. Like the Storm and the Ember are basically the same net worth, and then you've got the Troll, Beast, Void, basically the same as well. Ember a little bit behind, so Teckle not finding as much as he would like to, but it's so even again, this laning stage coming up very, very close.
Yeah, we saw something similar in game 1 though.
All top with the Storm coming through now. Teckle going to get gone on here. They are rotating up though, and with the ulti coming out, they need to be careful. The rotation taking a long time for Andros though. Can they get something to do? Nice boulder going through them, both of them though. Riz is going to be going down on the back end here. Now Andros needs to be careful, taking a lot of damage from Roger here as well. But the Amber going to be rotating in, will take down EJ on that Storm Spirit. Zem going to just be trying to kill that ball, but not going to go for it. Oh, nice. Chrono coming up for a baller, just catches him on the edge. Does have the Mask of Madness as well, so we'll be able to take down this Ember Spirit with the follow-up stun from Roger Dodger, just keeping him locked down that little bit extra. It didn't go for the minus either, went for the Mom.
Yeah, pretty much everyone's showing up there for...
Yeah. Meanwhile, Splicko doing what a troll can and just whacking down your buildings.
And it's
Don't
getting
deny
there.
it.
There it goes.
Yeah, we'll get the kill now. Roger has come over here too. The medallion's going to be there as well from Riz. Spico needs to be a little bit careful.
got a long
this
way to
one.
run.
He does have a lot of heroes coming down here. I'm not sure why Roger kind of started moving away from that one. I don't think he knew that Shatan was coming in. Oracle's going to be moving over here as well. Going to get that purge off. Is Fury level 6? He's not level 6, so he can't really save Splicker here even if he wanted to. But they will be fine for now. Tackle going to be moving forwards as well. Trying to get something done. Roger, he's just going to run into them. There's no way he was getting out of this one because he's so slow. Trying to get something done, but Fury will grab himself another kill. And can they move this into a tower? Splicker's pretty low, so he needs to be careful. They do have vision here as well with the Hawk flying above. So, gonna think better of it. Gonna smoke up. I'm pretty sure the Hawks saw that. Yeah,
they definitely
they saw it.
The pings are going out, and unfortunately Athletico will find nothing with this smoke.
Yeah, they do, however, push the bottom lane. But yeah, Hawks are a bit of a pain. And they also had a ward directly on them. So, not fantastic. And they're gonna counter smoke. Gonna be just smoked up, not doing anything. Meanwhile, Ball is gonna be pushing the top lane. He's got his mom, he's got his trades, he's got something else coming out to him as well. So,
And he should get that tower down.
Yeah, should be able to just take that tower on his own if they don't move in. But Shatan, mid lane, going to get rolled onto. They are going to use the global here, though. They might be able to turn this one down. They will take down the silencer to start off with. Zemistry in a lot of trouble here. Does get the ulti, though, from the Oracle. Oracle going to be going down. Andros as well could be in a lot of trouble. The Troll did die as well in the back lines. Splicko getting taken out. And that's 3 down for Athletico. A very, very big mistake coming out from them. Zen9 just managing to turn that one around. The global silence being used to great efficiency in this fight. However, that will be down for, as you big-brained, 130 seconds.
Very, very big brain there to find that number out. But Athletico, they may be dictating the pace of the game, but Zen9 have all the reactionary ults ready to shut them down.
Yeah, they got
we just saw
majorly punished for that initiation. And I'm not entirely sure how Splicker got caught out there as well. I don't even think he was in the main team fight, honestly.
Yeah, I think it was just on the other side. He was probably just trying to push a tower down.
Yeah, but Baller sitting on 1,000 gold now. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes for something like an early BKB. You've got to really respect the poison damage coming out from the Veno, as well as just the magic damage the Ember can do at the sort of earlier stages. But then again, this is Baller. Could go greedy. Could go for the Maelstrom next. Get that damage going.
Just go hard split push.
Yeah. I mean, it does give you a lot of damage. Once you've got that Mom going, the lightning procs are going to be coming out a lot more. So it would not be surprising to see him go for that, honestly.
Yeah, and the thing is, Athletico are just constantly moving as a unit.
Yeah.
There's always a lot of them around. So split pushing could be actually very effective at splitting them up and making it a lot easier to deal with them 1 or 2 by 1.
Yeah, that's for sure. And Zemistry could be in a lot of trouble top lane. The Chrono is going to be there. Mom going to be used. They're going to try and keep him down. Oh, he gets out!
See you later.
The stun was too slow. Whew.
I'm out of here, nerds.
Yeah, gassed it. And that'll be a wasted Chrono. And basically all of EJ's mana too, so that's a lot of wasted time for him. 140 seconds without Chronosphere on board. They will be feeling a lot more comfortable now in this game.
It already feels bad when you have to use Chronosphere on one guy.
Yeah.
And it sucks even more when he gets out.
It's definitely fine to just solo use it on to the Ember, or even the Troll, just to keep them down, keep them not farming. But as you can see, the top 4 farmers are all quite close to each other, but Zen9 kind of outing their equal by a few hundred gold. It's not anything to write home about. It's not a lot of money, but it still makes a difference. Everyone, it's like they're just ahead on every hero by a little bit, except Silencer is dirt poor.
Okay, can they survive the push here?
Tekor, he's got that Veil as well that's come through. Oh, the Storm wants to go through. Here comes the Global. They need to get out and try and reinitiate here. The Silence still on that Veno. He gets the ult up, but I don't think it actually hit anyone. Now Furies uses ult on him. They will try and go back in, though. They will take down the Storm to start with. Zemistry now going to be moving forward onto the Void. Roger going to be using that Pulse Nova to try and just sort of keep them away from them. And a great little turnaround. Athletico, yeah, they use the Oracle ulti really well. I'm not sure if the Veno actually hit anyone there. It was really, really close to maybe not hitting them. But the Storm die there is a big, big thing as well. They turn it around and win the fight, turn it into a tier 1, move straight down to bottom. They know the Global's down, so they're once again not that scared.
And this is really feeling like a throwback to a few weeks ago, Zen9, their ultimates, they're just being thrown out, and as soon as they're down, Athletico know they can pounce on them.
Yeah, I mean, that's the big thing, right? We talked about it during the draft, is that if you rely on those high cooldowns, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble.
And they're not even having to buy back for this fight.
Yep. They're going to push themselves to tier 1 mid and a tier 2 bottom and win a team fight. It's exactly what you want. Okay, you're getting a lot out of that win. And they're going to rotate up the top lane and make sure they don't lose a tower there. They might actually think about going on this. They have sent 2 heroes up, but no, they're going to think better of it.
Yeah, all they have to do is hold that tower, and it's a big win for them.
100%, yeah. They are a little bit ahead in gold now. As you see, all the cores have kind of shifted. You see the Ember Troll at the top, followed by 3. And then the Veno still a little bit far behind. But honestly, Veno does his job without money. He's got a Veil, and he's got his ulti and the Gale as well. And he's got the wards level 3. He's going for the sort of jack of all trades build where he's leveling up everything. So very useful for him to do. And the Troll's gone for the Maelstrom. So this is like a DPS and split push build.
Yes.
Greedy, but I expect nothing less.
Exactly.
He might go straight for a BKB after that. But you've also got to remember, when he uses his ulti, he can't die. So he can actually outlive you just by the fact of clicking that.
That's all you need to do.
Outlive your opponents? That's, I mean, yeah, if you...
Just die after they die.
Yeah, die after they die. That's the win right there. But Athletico got themselves a little bit further ahead. They don't feel that confident in the map, though. Like, they are kind of all staying together, making sure they're being safe. Riz, top, does get slow. Tech wants to go for him, but his team's too far away. You need to be careful with that. Like, you don't want to start diving into Beastmaster and then all of a sudden they get the turn and burn and then you're in trouble.
Yeah, and I think this is all coming back from that mid lane dive that Athletico went for a few minutes ago, right? Like, all they want to do is play a little more cautiously. Let Zen9 run in, throw their ults, and as soon as they're down, you are suddenly the stronger team as Athletico.
Yeah, for sure. You don't want to throw too much away. You've just gotten the lead. You just want to fight. You're doing well. Like, chill, keep that control. I mean, the gold lead, once again, basically means nothing. Almost like 1,000 of the gold lead is just because the silence is like like the supports are actually 1,000 gold each ahead of the other. Like, that's basically where all the gold lead is now.
More wards, man.
Supports. Yeah, I mean, also it makes them like a little bit tankier a lot of the time. Like, it could just be an extra bracer or 2, but that will keep you alive. But look at Fury. He's getting straight up killed by creeps here. The Storm's going to jump in, do a lot of damage to him, instantly take out the Oracle of this fight. You back out now as Athletico. You can't fight anymore. The Oracle's dead. Ember's going to get away on the other end too. So that's fine. It's an easy pickup for Zen9. They can turn this into more map control, and Athletico have to be careful. You can't just throw away Fury like that.
And it's real good for Zen9 to get those pickups, because we talk about how much they just want to go into 5v5 team fights, use all their ults, and get a bunch of kills. So picking up one guy before that happens means Athletico really cannot go against Zen9 while those ults are up. Not a member down.
They really cannot, no. And taking a look at how they want to play, Athletico are playing very calm and just staying back there, getting out of fights when they know they shouldn't be fighting them. They're not overextending like they did earlier on in the game. They're playing chilled at it, and both of these teams also have quite scary late game lineups. I think I prefer Zen9s, just for the sheer fact that they have global. Like, global can make such a big difference. Once they've got the BKBs on Athletico, it can be a little bit difficult to abuse the fact that they have it, because you get global to BKB. Like, they have to start holding the global until the BKBs have been used. But Tekor, going to be trying to defend this tower. He's also going for the Greaves. It looks like he's got the mech. Yeah, he's got the mech coming out, so we'll have Greaves soon. So once again, going to increase their longevity in the fights.
He's all alone, though.
He's got wards. Like, it's quite hard to push into them. Meanwhile, Athletico's all mid lane.
Yeah, so they're going for a bit of a base race here. Zen9 looking to get this tower down. And Tekor, he's just going to get out of there. He cannot defend that one alone.
He can't defend it himself, but he's slowing it down enough that then I think they're just going to trade it for mid lane by the looks of it. Like, they can still see enough of them top, and they're pushing really slow. Like, the Edict's been used, but with that Veil there as well, like, Tekor's going to do so much damage to them. Even if he dies from this, it could be worth it. He's going to use that ulti as well onto EJ. Both of the poisons are on him. He's going to have to get out on this one. He's going to be using himself up to get out, but they do take the tier 2 mid as well. Oh, they might be able to find one though. They do actually catch him here. The Snowball's going to be there as well. Baller in a lot of trouble here. Is going to be going down for his sins. So they will trade the Veno for the Void, which is a good trade, and they take the tier 2 mid in trade for the tier top. So they get something out of it. They also had the Troll bottom lane, pushing that as well. So that pushed into their base. All in all, it's definitely better for Atletico.
Yeah,
Again, they're just making it just a little bit better trade. And you see the Troll is going for that BKB next. So he's got the farming out, a bit of damage, and the BKB is just going to keep him safe.
And because they got to push so hard, now they get to go for a Roshan.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they push mid in, they push bottom in. The only lane they're really worried about is top, but they're slowly pushing out as well. They do take this pretty quickly. The Troll does use his ulti for this though, which is now quite a long cooldown. He needs to stop getting dashed, please. They're going to go for the steal, the storm. Zipping in the silences there as well, and EJ picks it up. He gets the Aegis of the Immortal, and he gets the kill on the Roshan, as it's not coming up as a steal.
We're not done yet.
I mean, they're trying to do something, but the Troll is going to go down. They do take down this Aegis at least, and just going to try and get out of this one. Splicko making the decision to not buy back into this fight, but they do. It feels really broken up for Athletico. They keep going in one by one. EJ though, beautiful steal. You hear him coming out of sort of like my right ear, just zipping through. Gets the kill on the Roche, gets the Aegis. Big plays from him. Did cost him a Lesh buyback, however, but. End of the day,
I think you take that.
You get the Aegis, you get the Roshan, you get 3 kills. It's a huge win for Zen 9. They were 3k gold up ahead on Athletico. It's all switched over. Look at the line.
And it kind of explains why Atletico have been playing so cautiously. Because Zen 9 can jump on opportunities just like that.
Yeah, for sure. And now I think Athletico are going to think back at that and just go, you know, we didn't have the vision up. We couldn't see that storm coming in. We need to be more careful of this. EJ's been playing on fire like the past 2 games. You've got to respect him. He's the top net worth in the game now.
Doesn't have the Aegis though, which is at least a bit of a consolation prize.
Yeah, Aegis on Storm is really, really scary. I think the big thing there too is that the Troll was dying to the rush. He kept getting bashed, had to use his ulti to try and get his health back there. And the ult makes a global sound. So you've got to be careful about using it as well. But at the end of the day, they lose the Aegis. Zen9 get themselves a big win there. They're going to back off, reset, and just try and keep that. But everything is basically evened out.
Yeah, they're certainly not out of the woods yet, though.
No. This game is anyone's to win. It's 15 to 18. The gold's straight up even. The net worths are pretty much all like mirrored between what positions the heroes are. Experience, yeah, a little bit of a change there. Ath being 3k ahead, and now Zen9 being 1.5. 1.5 isn't a lot in 22 minutes. Like, the game is neck and neck.
It's about as close as it can be, like, realistically expecting it. So, Athletico, you know, don't want to make those mistakes again, but is the smoke right now for Zen9. Just getting a bit of map positioning around. I don't know if they're going to find anyone.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the smoke up. Void's going to be showing himself in mid. Could be just baiting. You got to be careful about this. Splicko going to be moving forwards to farm. He's going to get Chronosphered up. The Void actually moves into it, so he's not doing a great deal of damage, but with the silence there, they can't fight on top of this. Zeus is going to be there for the Storm Spirit now. Explosive Fury going to be trying to keep Splicko alive. He will keep him up as well. And with the ulti there coming out from the Troll, he's going to try and survive this one. Zen coming in though with the big damage, takes down the Leshrac now. Everyone getting low. EJ going to try and get himself out of this one. Splicko on the back end is going to be going down. Everyone's so slow. They can't move out of this. Zen takes huge damage from this, and the creeps coming out. The Necronomicon creeps just chunking him down. We'll use that bottle. The axes are going to fly though. Andros trying to get in to save him there, but it's not going to work. And now Baller rotating in. EJ coming back into the fights as well. They will be able to take down one more. Another huge win for Zen9. They used everything there. They Chronos down, Global's down, Raw's down. They need to, once again, move this into something more, which they look to be doing.
All right, so see what they can find with that. For Athletico, they're just going to wait on their respawns and just hold tight until they're back at full strength, and maybe perhaps they can find a fight when Zen9 doesn't have those ultimates, because we've seen them be very powerful for them. But Zen9, I feel like they're taking control. They're looking to make the plays, and they want to dictate the pace of the game.
Oh, 100%. They want to be sort of controlling how this game is moving. That BKB coming up for Troll now, he's got the money for it. It's going to be very, very important. You need that BKB. You need to stop getting caught. And I mean, they baited him perfectly into it. Like, he saw the Void. He was like, oh, okay, it's Ball. He's probably farming on his own. Went into the creep wave and instantly got Chrono. He wasn't taking a hell of a lot of damage to start with, but it didn't matter. Like, they just started wiping out the rest of your team. Yeah. And with that global as well, as you said, you've got to be careful of it, man. You have to. It's going to kill your team.
And big credit to EJ as well. Like, he did his job. He got in. He
got in, did
huge
some
amount of
digs.
AoE damage,
Yeah.
and then got out.
Yeah, and all they got was Roger for it. Like, they don't mind too much. And as you can see, Athletico are trying to find fights now. And Riz, they're not letting them. The ball's going to be there on the Oracle. Instantly kills them, though. The snowball not there in time. If they can kill Riz for this, they won't be too upset by it. They will manage to take him down dead for a minute, but the Storm Spirit coming in now. They want to turn this into more. The silence is up already. Krona there as well. Catches through. The buyback's going to be coming out from Oracle. Can he save his boy, though? Will he get there in time? He will just get there. He's going to keep Zemistry alive for a bit longer, and he's going to be able to turn the fight around. Zem holding on to his dear life. He's not going to die from this either. Now they catch EJ. They have the damage output. The buyback for Fury absolutely winning this fight for the boys, keeping Zen alive, and the lightning's coming through, ripping through Zen 9 and crushing them in this after they used the global, after they used the chrono.
They used everything.
Everything was down. Fury with the buyback, straight to Shrine. He was like less than half a second
It
later.
felt like he was already dead.
Yeah, Zen was almost dead completely, and they just ripped through Zen 9 and
That's
what a
about
play.
that's about as bad as it can go for Zen 9. You know, losing all of those ultimates. See you later, game. By the way, hopefully we can jump back in. There we go. It'll come back. I promise. I promise. But I think we can predict what's happening. Towers being pushed.
Yeah, they do manage to take down the Tier 1 and the Tier 2 after winning that team fight, and they will be going straight up for the Tier 3. Now, they know there's no Chrono, they know there's no Global. All the ultis aren't that important on Athletico right now because they don't have to be too afraid of it all, right? So they're going to be pushing forwards. They're going to try and get what they can, but the Raw's going to be out there. The BKB, though, coming out from Splicko. They're going to be moving forward into this one. They take down the Void straight away. Tekor as well, going to be moving forward. The Poisons are up there. They do have all these Venom boards as well. EJ going to be jumping in. Very dangerous how he did that. He did not go straight through them, went straight into the middle. Now they want to take this Rax before they can do anything about it. They will be moving forward, though, to try and keep them away. They will manage to take down the silence, so he's going to buy back. Void's going to be forced to buy back into this fight as well. Snowball through. He's going very deep. Andros could be just throwing his life away for this one. They want to take down this Rax, though. Splicker going to be going in, though. He's just going to run in. He will take down Riz on this Beastmaster, trying to go for more. Shatan on the back line needs to be careful of this one. Splicker, though, he's going to be very deep now into enemy lines. Zen trying to output the damage he can. Yours is going to be there on to EJ to keep him alive. Riz going to have to buy back into this one, but that's a full lane of Rax. If you could disengage from this, they went from basically even gold to 1 tower, 2 towers, 3 towers, Rax, and 11k gold ahead on Athletico. And what a massive change. They're going to smoke, do the old fake back, go back in. They want this game done, and they want to show Zen 9 who's in charge here.
Yeah, and Zen 9 now have an even more impossible task than they had before. They've got to come back so hard in this game and then still win another one after this one to keep their hopes alive. They're going to be hiding out on their base right now, and like you said, the goal difference swinging so far in Atletico's favour. What is their in back for this game?
They have to play perfectly from this. They're going to smoke up. They're smoking to smoke. Andros gets revealed first. Baller's going to find him there, and they're just going to back up, split it. They're still going for the Shrine. Like, they haven't backed out of this yet. They've got Global up. They've got Chrono up. They've got everything. Are they going to respect it? They've split up here. He does want to use Chrono for this. The Snowball's going to be there, though. Zen now going to be moving forward. The Global is going to be there. He's going to be healing up, but the Chrono is not going to be used just yet. They're all together, though. Can they do anything from here? Ember, he doesn't make it up the hill. The Chrono now is going to catch 3, but their own team is in it as well. They're taking so much damage. The Silence is dead on the background. The Lesh is dead. The Void is dead. Silence is not dead yet, but he's going to die eventually, right? And that's going to be 4 going down again for Zen 9. They couldn't get the initiation. The Chrono wasn't there in time, and it just didn't matter. And now Zem just cracking out too much damage. He caught 3 of them, but he caught the Beastmaster in there as well. They had no damage to go for it. They're dead for so long. And this is going to be another lane of Rax, and I think Athletico might just have this one in the bag.
Yeah, they have no chance to buy back. Zen 9 used them all in the last fight, so Athletico can rip down this tower here pretty easily. They're not going to go for the win. They are just going to go for the Rax here, but one more fight.
They don't care about the next fight. They're fine. There's no Global, and there's no Chrono. I don't think they leave this base until those cooldowns are back up. And as you can see, they're going to take down the mid-racks and move straight for bottom. They're already dealing damage to the tier 3, and I think Athletico might have just punched their ways to the grand final.
It's going to be so hard for Zen 9 to come back from this one. They've got pretty much no buybacks left. So Athletico are going to stick around in the space, but they're going to secure absolutely everything before they go for that throne.
Yeah, they've got the Mega Creeps now. They're in a very, very comfortable position in this game. And honestly, they're backing up. They're like, okay, we'll make sure we win this game. We've got Mega Creeps. We know you can't fight Mega Creeps. You don't have the lineup to do it this early. It's so hard for your team. Zemistry now picking up that Aghanim Scepter onto the Ember Spirit. He's going to be moving so fast. Roger Dodger, he comes into the shrine. Everybody's coming in here. Splicko just going to be trying to keep him down, and Roger losing so much health. Splicko wants to get that kill. Oracle getting very low on the end. They will manage to take down Roger. This could just be the last fight coming out. Oracle going to get very low now. EJ trying to do what he can. Chatan on the other end of things. The So's going to be coming out from Splicko. The ulti going to be there. Raw going to be coming out from Riz. Trying to do whatever they can. The Void still down. Baller getting killed by Zemistry. That's going to be it. Good game's going to be called. Athletico, they're going to be coming to the LAN finals.
Athletico, they do it cleanly and they do it quickly. 2-0 victory. And like you mentioned, they will be here in Auckland City 2 weeks' time for the grand final.
And what a spectacular game from both teams. It was so even, down to the nail. And then all of a sudden it was, wait, we're Athletico. We're fine.
Why don't we just
walked in, won a team fight, killed 3 towers, a full lane of racks, didn't back, fake backed, and then just took it. Fantastic.
Look, I mean, it just kind of goes to show Zen 9, they pick a composition that just, they want to throw everything at a team fight. And to be fair, they did that a lot. But Athletico were there to punish them when it didn't work out. And that clutch team fight, Fury showing up just in time to save everything, essentially winning the game at that point.
I feel like, that play from Fury, getting to that shrine and ulting Zemistry when he had basically 0 health and then turning the fight, that won them the game. That was if you were going to say one thing happened in that game that won it, that was it.
Of course, unfortunately for Zen 9, their journey does end here, falling in the semi-finals. But despite it being a 2-0, despite it being quite one-sided for Athletico for a lot of it, Zen 9 did put up a very, very honourable fight and have had some great results throughout the entire season. So guys, thank you very much for having Zen 9, but we're going to break down the game right after this break, so stick around for that.
The LPL Pro Dota 2 ANZ Championship is proudly brought to you in association with Playtech, technology at play.
Once you pop, you can't stop. Pringles.
Need a ride? Thanks to all our Let's Play Live, we are hooking you up. Simply download the Honor app and type in the code Let's Ride to get your first ride free. T's and C's apply.
This is just clinical.
Athletico taking it out 2-0, but if you want to win as well, make sure you head over to Let's Play Live HQ on Facebook and you can win, well, you could win a month's supply of Pringles. All you have to do is answer the weekly question. And I know you love this part, Dan. The question this week is, Who is the sweet chili to your sour cream?
I already answered it, man.
All right, what's the answer?
I tagged my boy Josh, aka Woglet, because, you know, I'm ready for
All
it.
right, well, I was gonna say you're my sweet chili because we're co-casters.
I've just dogged you, man.
Yeah, I know.
I
know,
just
but,
tagged
like,
a different co-caster.
If it's someone else, then I'm gonna call out our observer,
Oh,
Lennox. You know,
yeah,
he
yeah.
could be my sweet chili.
All right.
To my sour cream, and you know, shout out to you, Lennox. Thank you so much for the observing tonight. But Athletico 2-0. They're going to be punching their ticket to the grand finals in Auckland City right here in 2 weeks' time. But of course, they are going to be playing against the winner between Shutdown and Flashpoint Gaming.
I think the Shutdown versus Flashpoint is going to be the highlight of the
That's gonna be
semi-finals.
so good.
It's going to be a lot closer. Flashpoint Gaming have been playing so well, but so have Shutdown. It's the second versus third in the league tables. It's always going to be closer, on paper especially, than the first versus fourth.
Yeah.
So I'm extremely excited for that game next week. I'm assuming it's going to go to a full best of three. It's going to be slugfest, 60-minute games. You're going to need a good night's sleep on Wednesday, man.
Yeah, definitely. Make sure you sit at home, stock yourself up, get
With
3-4
Pringles.
cans of Pringles. Yeah. Make sure you're all ready for a long slog of a game because I think it's also safe to say that Shutdown and Flashpoint both exceeded expectations coming in.
100%. Both of these teams have played extremely well. I could see either of them playing against Athletico in this grand final. I don't know who my favourite is either, which is really weird for me because I'm normally pretty certain, but not that game. I think it's anyone's to win.
Yeah, I think the difference between the best of ones in the round robin stage, moving into best of three, I think we're truly going to see who the better team is next week.
Yeah, definitely we are.
All right, so guys, you know, it's been a fantastic night. It's been a bit quick, of course. Thank you, Athletico. We get to go home a bit early, I guess. But next week, of course, is going to be the real long series, hopefully. It's a little more predictably that it's going to be that one. But thank you for watching today, ladies and gentlemen. Athletico getting all the way to the grand finals. We'll see who makes it next week. And we also hope to see you in 2 weeks' time. But for us, we're going to see you next week on the show. So we'll see you then.